Hi everybody, Jamie the Board Game Man here. Today we are going vintage. Back to the year 1974. This plays 2 to 4 players. If you like land development game, well this is right up your alley. This is by Milton Bradley. It's called Prize Property. Now in this game what you're doing is the game starts off in like a marshland, and what you need to do is you have to pay to clear out the marshland so you can start building your city. And some of the cities are like these little plastic pieces here. And then 3 of them are like cardboard cities, which is really, really cool. Like this is a hotel. And then you got another one here. Here is the casino. It says right on the top what they are. It's like a little casino. And then the other one is a ski lodge, which is pretty cool. And that's your little ski lodge. And the object of the game is you're trying to be the first player to be able to build all 9 of your buildings in your city. It's really cool, really fun. Let's head on over to the gamers table where I'm going to show you how to play Prize Property. Okay, here we are at the gaming table, and here is Prize Property. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and show you the components of the game, and then we will show you how to play the game. So first and foremost, here is the board. This is how it's going to start off looking like. It is the wastelands, I guess you can say. And as the game goes on, you're going to pay to remove the wasteland so you can start building your buildings or your city. All right? So there's the board. You have the 3 pieces of each color. So you're going to say like this is the orange area, the outer edge, and then you have the middle, and then you have the inner part. Okay. You also have the money. The money comes in 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, and 50 million increments. Each color is going to have 3 stand-up buildings. It's going to have a hotel, a ski lodge, and a casino. And you're also going to have 6 of these small plastic buildings for each color. You're also going to have these town meeting cards. It looks like this. Okay. And you're also going to have a stack of opportunity cards that are in this game as well. Each player is going to start with $15 million. As I see, I have 10 and a 5 and 10 and a 5 here. And you also have the gavel, which we'll go over in a moment with this, how this comes into play. And there's also, along with the gavel, let me go ahead and open this. You're going to have some marbles. You're going to have, let me get them all out of there. You're going to have 5 red and 5 green marbles that come with the game. Okay. And then you also have one special die. Is a black die that is 1, 2, and 3, and it also has a red dot on it. Okay. And that is the components. That are the components of the game. Now let me go ahead and show you how you start the game. On a turn, the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to roll this die. This is going to determine how much money you get in this round. So what you're doing is you're going to roll the die, and it's like press your luck, okay? If I roll a 1, that means I got $1 million. Do I want to continue to roll? Let's just say I want to continue to roll. I roll again. Oh, I rolled the red dot. That means that I lose everything that I rolled before, okay? Once that happens, then you move on to the second part of your turn, and that is taking an opportunity card. What you do is you're going to take an opportunity card and read what it says, and then you do what it says. In this case, it says, get $5 million as a reward for planting new trees. Wow, that's a pretty nice one. It's a great way to start off the game, especially when you zonked out on the rolls here. So I will go ahead and put this on the bottom of the stack, and I will get $5 million from the bank. I'll add this here. Now the next opportunity you're going to get is you're going to determine whether you want to buy a town meeting card. And I'm going to go over these in a minute. These cost $3 million for each card you get. These cards, I'm going to tell you about them. Legal action or defense. They're going to be one or the other. And when you try to build a building, someone can actually, who has a legal action, can say, I want to have a town meeting, I'm going legal action against you. And what you're going to do is this represents the marbles that go into the gavel. Okay? And what happens is if someone says a legal action against you, they can go up to 5 cards. There's 5 red marbles, 5 green marbles. So as many legal actions as they put in there, that's how many chances they get to beat you in that town meeting. So let's just say, for instance, player 2 decides, okay, legal action against you, and I have a defense card. I can go ahead and slap a defense card down there. And what happens is you're going to take the gavel, okay? You're going to place however many legal action cards are out there, which in this case we have 1, so we put 1 in there, okay? Now, when you're on the defense, you get 1 free green one, okay? So if somebody does a legal action against you and you don't have any defense cards, at least you always get that 1 free green marble. So you get 1 free green marble, and then I have 1 defense card out there. So you're going to put another green one out there, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and seal it up. You're going to take this part of the gavel, and you're going to pop it on just like that, and you're going to shake it. You're going to shake the gavel. Whatever comes out on the bottom here, whatever color, let's see what happens. It is a green. If a green marble drops, that means I won my defense. So I get to build that building that I attempted to build. Okay? And these cards go back in the deck on the bottom, like so. Now, let's say, for instance, let's see if I magically do it this time, and a red one comes out. Okay? That means I am not able to build that building, so I remove that building from being built. And what happens for every legal action card that was set out per player. So let's just say there was a legal action, and then say there was a couple of them out there. Let's say there was 2 of these out there. You would get, the person that put that legal action card, $5 million for each one of those legal action cards that you placed out there from the bank. So that's pretty darn amazing. But if you lose, all you do is you lose your legal action cards. Okay? And the defense, if he wins, all he does is he's able to keep his building on the board. Okay? Then after that, that pretty much ends your turn after that, because after that you could decide whether you want to build a building or not. That is your turn. You roll the die, you keep rolling the die as you press your luck to see how much money you get. And unless you roll a red dot, then you lose whatever you rolled. You draw an opportunity card. You decide whether you want to buy a town meeting card for $3 million, and then you can choose to build a building or not. Okay? Now let's go over that. So let's just say we rolled the die, we did all that stuff, and now it's time to build. Now, before you build, you need to get rid of this wasteland, okay? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and sit by the area, you can see by the colors, there's little colors here. I decided I have orange over here, and blue is over here. So these are the 2 players that are playing. So each player is going to get a section of the board, okay? And you want to sit next to that color, obviously, to make it easier for you to be able to reach and put your buildings on the board. So I am the orange side over here. So I decide, okay, I'm going to go ahead and for $5 million, I can remove any one of these pieces. And you can only move 1 at a time, okay? You can't go 15 million, all 3. You have to do 1 at a time, okay? Let's just say I decide I want to go ahead and remove this side right here. This portion, this outer edge. So I'm going to go ahead and pay $5 million. I'm going to play that to the bank. I'm going to go ahead and remove 1 of these pieces of the wasteland. And you can see here, we have the casino and nightclub, the resort hotel, and the ski lodge are now available to be built on my next turn if I choose to do so. So it's going to cost you $5 million for each one of these pieces to remove. Let's just say we've all paid our $15 million, and we have removed all of these pieces. Now they are ready to be built on. Okay, pretty cool, huh? I like that little aspect. That's actually pretty awesome. So now all the blue is available to be built on, and now all the orange is available to be built on, okay? So now what you're going to do is you're going to do your roll of die. You're going to see how much money you get. You're going to draw an opportunity card. And then this is when you decide, okay, if you want to, obviously buy a town meeting card if you want, and then if you choose to build. Now let me go ahead and tell you how much it costs to build these. In the intersection where the tennis and swim club, the camp office, and the marina are built, these cost you $5 million each to build. Okay. In the middle section, where your health spa, golf club, and dude ranch are located, these will cost you $10 million to build. And on the outer edge, like I said earlier, the nightclub, the resort hotel, and the ski lodge, these will cost you $15 million each to build. Now you're wondering, well, that's kind of weird. You'd think the waterfront property would be more expensive. Normal circumstances, it probably would. But the reason why they do that is because in this intersection here, you have a lot more chances of losing those buildings. I'm saying like the opportunity cards, there's a good amount of opportunity cards that might say, the waters have risen and they took out your marina. Lose the marina if you bought it. Okay? So the odds of you losing these buildings in the inner half next to the waterfront are pretty good. Okay, so that's why it's a little cheaper to buy there. The middle section, there are a few cards that might make you lose these. The outer edge, which is 15 million, you're pretty much in. The only way you can lose a building here is if someone does a legal action against you and you lose that legal action, then you remove it. Otherwise, it's pretty safe over here. So that's why it costs the $15 million to build. Okay. Now, once you start to build here, and let's just say, for instance, you finished one of these sections. So let's say you built your ski lodge here, and you built your casino, and you built your resort hotel. You have now completed one of these sections. What happens then is when you roll these die, the numbers are now doubled. So let's just say you rolled a 2, that's going to be 4 million. And then you roll again, that's 1, so that's going to be another 2 million. So you're up to 6 million. Okay, I decide to stop. Then you go ahead and grab your 6 million, and then you move on to the opportunity card. When you complete 2 of these sections, let's just say you completed 2 of them. So let's just say here, you did the camp office, you did the tennis and swim club, and you did the marina. Okay? These numbers now triple. So now it's triple the amount. Now, say for instance, you're doing your triples, whatever. Oh, the waters came and flooded out your marina, like I said earlier. And you lose the marina. Okay? Now you're going to be rolling for doubles because now you no longer have 2 sections completed until you rebuild that marina, and now you're back to making triple the money. And obviously, like I said, first person to go ahead and complete all 3 of these sections wins the game. You have a 4-player game, and when player 2 goes legal action, well, guess what? Player 3 can do legal action, and say player 4 might want to get in the action and want to do a legal action against you as well. As long as there's no more than 5 out there, okay? And of course, you might have your defense cards. You might have to spend a few defense cards, to go ahead and try to keep that from being taken. And I can imagine when you're trying to lay down that 9th building, I bet everyone's going to be throwing out those legal action cards like, as much as they have. But like I said, a maximum of 5. And obviously on defense, you can only throw out a maximum of 4 because you get that 1 free green marble. And another thing is if you have to pay a fine, let's say you draw an opportunity card and says you must pay a $3 million fine and you don't have it and you only have maybe 1 or 2 million, there is no borrowing in this game. So what you do is you pay what you have. They'll pay the most that you can. So like I said, if you owe 3 million, you only have 2 million, you just pay the 2 million. That's all that happens. And then you move on to the next turn. And there, my friends, is prize property. Let's head on over to the gaming room and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, my final thoughts on prize property. Back for 1974, that's a pretty cool deal. Yeah, it's a pretty cool game to play. I know sometimes maybe it might get a little monotonous because you roll the dice, you get the money, and then you do the opportunity card, and then you decide to build. I mean, it's the same 3 things over and over and over again. But when people try to sue you and they try to take your buildings away, and it's pretty cool. And I love the gavel aspect of it. The gavel's pretty cool, where it's just pretty much luck. And that is what this game is. It is luck. So if you like those real luck-based games and not as much strategy, then, you might not like the game. But there is a lot of luck in this. Just the luck of the draw, pulling the opportunity card, to rolling the dice, seeing how much money you get, to the gavel just dropping a marble down, and whether you win or you lose. There's a lot of luck involved in this game. But you know what? If you want to just have a light, just a fun time, Prize Property is definitely a fun game to do. And I know I bought this one when I was still living in California. I got it at Savers for $8. So if you do find this at like an estate sale, like I found a lot of my games, or even a thrift store, I would highly recommend you get it. Maybe on eBay it might be a little too expensive. I'm not sure. I didn't look to see how much they're going for now, Prize Property. But if it's a good chunk of money, I don't know. But you can easily find this over at, like I said, at a thrift store or even an estate sale. I've seen them around, and you can probably find it for not a bad price. So anyway, that's my review of Prize Party. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, give me that thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe today. And until next time, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and happy gaming.